May I compliment you on an excellent meal, my lady? Tasted all the sweeter since we've spent the last 6 weeks foraging for food behind enemy lines.
How wonderful to live like a gypsy. And what a good idea for a portrait. Would you sit for me, dear lady? Some rings, a scarf. Oh, please say you will. The Romanies are so romantic.
I'm sorry to hear you say that, Shellington. I myself hold no regard for the culture of the gypsy race.
Nor I. I merely meant that they were a good source of poetic inspiration.
I shall be glad to get myself up if you wish to paint my portrait. I'm sure Mr. Shellington's admiration of the Romany race is purely artistic.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my dear lady. How aptly put.
Surely you don't see gypsies as a suitable subject for poetry, Shellington?
The sublime is my only subject, Colonel Brand.
I'm glad to hear it. Soldiers should confine themselves to shooting. Poets should confine themselves to the sublime.
Pray, what do you think is the proper subject for painters?
I think painters should confine themselves to nature. Sunsets and such like.
You are a student of nature, sir?
Absolutely. Do you know why? Because I am a soldier. What's the first thing you notice about nature, Shellington? You notice that the strong animals survive and the weak fall away. That's how the world is. The strong survive and the weak die. That's how it should be. That way you breed a strong race. Survival of the strongest is the principle upon which I conduct my troop. I work my men hard. Those that can keep up, I promote. Those that can't, I have no use for.
What about the wounded, sir?
Wounded?
In battle, sir, some men are killed, some survive, and some men are wounded. The wounded are always the greatest burden. What do you do about them?
We leave them, Sharpe. This is war. War is no place for the weak.
It's a big change.
Change? What do you mean?
When I first met you, sir, you tried to rescue a wounded man under fire.
Well, let's just say I felt lucky that day.
Out late, my little lady.
I'm not your little lady.
Oh, that's right, you're Sergeant Harper's little lady, but he don't treat you right, do he?
You would understand better what happened if you were married, Sergeant Pope.
Well, married? Me? Oh, no. I like to stay free as a bird.
What kind of bird?
A cuckoo. I like to lay my eggs in a nest and then it moves on. I'd love to lay an egg in your nest. Come here, you bitch!
I'm not a hoe. I'm the wife of Patrick Harper.
I'm sorry you can't stay longer, sir. But it won't keep you from your bed. Bed? I'm not for bed. I shall go back now and turn out the guard. I turn them out 3 times a night. Do it myself. Keeps them on their toes.
Well, good night, sir.
Good night, Sharpe. Good night, my lady. Till tomorrow, Shellington.
As Shakespeare says in Hamlet, good night, dear Prince.
Your carriage awaits, Mr. Shellington.
It was so pleasant to have you here tonight, Mr. Shellington. To hear polite conversation, talk of poetry. I hope we will see you again.
I shall see you all night in my dreams, dear lady.